The hell is that? Only thing about Florida, man, these bugs.
All right, we live right now. Hey, oh, we live. Let me stop. All right.
Yeah, please stop.
Let me chill. Let me chill. All right. Take these off because I need that off so I can do the thing. All right, now what's up, YouTube? We zero folks. I'm gonna wait till like one or two people jump in here for the culture.
Okay,
I
okay.
mean, we really don't
Sound
need
about
to,
right.
cause then it'll be on here for the playback later.
Well, we can just talk for a little minute, man. I'm,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
down with that.
All
You know what I
right,
mean? Y'all got us?
yeah. All right, though, I'm gonna go ahead and introduce everything over here now.
All right.
This your main man, AV Hero. We are back with another live stream video situation. It's a little dark and epic in here right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing that on purpose. That's an aesthetic. You know what I'm saying? It's a
Right.
conscious decision. But I got some of my folks in here with me today. You know what I'm saying? We're going to discuss some topics. You know what I'm saying? Talk about this real life. You know what I'm saying? Talk about what if it's bracking or if it's cracking. You know what I'm saying? All of that good stuff.
What wrong with them?
But
What,
I got my
what
boy
wrong with them?
Rodney Hughes, Mr. 100%. You know what I'm saying? If you want to throw an introduction in there, go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
You know, it's Rodney Hughes, Mr. 100%. You know, just coming out, showing a little love, having a good conversation with my boy AB the Hero and Mr. Bag of Ghosts, you know.
Hey, all right. So now we got my brother in here. You know what I'm saying? Young,
Big brother.
fresh. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and throw yourself an introduction.
Yo, Dougie so fresh in the flesh. The bag of ghosts himself. You know what I mean? Out here surviving in these streets. We going live. You know what I mean? Y'all got him. Let's get him.
All right, though. So now I wanted to get these two on here so we could talk about this recent interview over at the Breakfast Club with your boy Tekashi 6ix9ine. Now
Tekashi 6ix9ine. Am I saying that correctly?
You saying that correctly? I think so. Now I thought it was an interesting interview because I felt like it was he showed more than what I expected. You know what I'm saying? I was expecting the kid with the rainbow hair to come in here and for one be drugged out. You know what I'm saying?
He look like a person that's on drugs. My boy 10 Shoe 6ix9ine is yeah, he looks a little spacey for a little minute. Which is fine, man.
But you know what though? I would say that in that interview, I didn't think he didn't look like he was on drugs in that interview.
No, he didn't, not at all.
He looked aware. He looked ready to dispute anything that they had to say, and I was surprised.
Yeah, my boy was ready. He came on that thing. He was not playing. He was not playing with the culture. He was like, "Yo, let's get it cracking." And he got a lot of respect for me with that shit, that stuff.
And that's how I felt too. I felt like he earned a little respect from me as well. So what I want to do is we're gonna do like a straight live reaction situation here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna play it. We'll probably skip around, play through some parts. If you got a part you want to talk about, you know what I'm saying, specifically, we'll get there. But I'm gonna play a couple scenes of it and let's get that good discussion. But Rod, what was your take on
really, man, I was like super impressed with him because everything that I've seen, about him, just in little snippets. I don't really follow his music like that, but the things that I've seen online is just, I don't know. It just, I didn't think he was going to be as sharp as he was on that interview. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He's a young dude, you know what I'm saying? And this is the classic example of like, you can't judge a book by its cover. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. For sure.
He went up in there and he actually came across as very seasoned. And that's challenging walking up in that environment. You know, everybody in the world looking at you. and to hold your own. You know what I'm saying? So he definitely got my respect.
Yeah, because he knew when he came in, that he was gonna get ambushed, and he held it
Yeah,
down. He ain't
it
really
was a trap.
flustered or nothing. Yeah, he was composed all the way. He was that. I was like, okay, all right, because I was
Yeah,
definitely not expecting that from him.
Yeah.
Definitely wasn't.
I would tell you that I feel like it's a couple interviews the Breakfast Club done had lately where the table's been turned on them, where folks then came in there a little bit more prepared and kind
Than
of
they
called them
expected.
a lot of their stuff, and I feel like that was one of them.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
it's been a couple of them. Yeah, man, them people they coming up there. They ready. They
Yeah,
already got the little talking points, whatever. It was like, man, because you know what, the Breakfast Club, in a in one way, they're fighting at a disadvantage because they really don't know the whole story.
Yeah.
They only they only piecing together what they think is happening and making and drawing all the conclusions from, you know what I'm saying, what they think. And, you know what I'm saying, not knowing the whole story. And I feel like, man, I like it when they people come in there and they really tell them what's going on. You know what I mean? And then they were like, oh, shoot, now you got to eat crow.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good
You know,
stuff, man.
the other thing, man, because like first off, I love the Breakfast Club. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's a good show.
I think everybody complements each other well, from DJ Envy, Charlemagne the God,
Mm-hmm.
um, Angela Yee. They play off each other very well, and they're all real seasoned in it. And
Oh,
so
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like I thought, like as soon as I saw like his picture that he was going on to the Breakfast Club, I was like, dude, you going in there with the sharks.
Going
You
there
ain't
with the
gonna be ready.
sharks. You
You ain't
fighting
gonna
when
be
you
ready.
fighting with the wolves.
But I'm telling you, bro, like right out of the gate, okay, he caught my attention just by how he responded to DJ Envy in the way that he tried to start off the
Oh,
uh the
yeah.
interview. Okay.
Oh,
I was like,
yeah.
that was a power move that he pulled. You know what I mean? And
That boy had his what's like James St. Patrick thing going on. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
This is
man.
a big fish time.
Yeah.
He came
Yeah.
in there guns blazing.
He was like, man, don't even, let's not even waste time. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to what y'all really want to talk about. So, I was like, that in and of itself, I was like, okay, this is different. I just totally wasn't expecting him to go that route. You know what I'm saying? So, that was actually pretty impressive.
Yeah, my boy was like, get down and lay down.
Yeah.
Coming in there. And DJ Envy was like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shoot, let's get this thing cracking.
Yeah, man. It was crazy. It was real crazy. But like I said, man, I really feel like at the end of the day, um, uh, he just really made an impression. You know what I'm saying? Bro, you getting cookies or something?
Yeah, buddy. Just took these things out the oven.
I hear you, man. I hear you. But nah, man, it
Oh
was
shoot, trying to flip it back. Take too long, lock up, bring it back.
but the other thing that was kind of trippy about that interview,
Mm-hmm.
um, was just how confident he was going into it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was I feel like when you look like that, you know what I'm saying, you gotta be confident. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then but it really showed in his presence. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
he took that persona and he made it his own. And then, you know what I'm saying, like him, like you said, like I'm trying to get these cookies right, y'all.
Hold on.
Oof.
I'm gonna go ahead and play that first clip.
All right, go ahead.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead and play that first. All right, here we go.
Charlemagne the guy, we are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building, Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Tekashi 6ix9ine, what's happening, my brother?
Everything, man.
How you feeling this morning?
Real good. I'm tired of shit.
Just put the mic close to you so we can get everything.
What you was doing last night?
Shit. Taking care of some business, but I made it. I was supposed to make it yesterday.
I said, right there. I was like, uh-oh. He got beat.
That's happening a lot more lately, huh?
Yeah, you know.
You don't think you're bringing that on yourself, though?
Nah, I don't. Shout out hip hop police, man. You know what I'm saying?
Let's start from the beginning. I want to start from the beginning. If you don't have a problem.
What's the beginning?
Can we,
How do we get the name
before we start,
Tekashi?
can you spit that gum out for me, please?
Oh, she's the gum police.
It's gonna sound bad on the mic.
She's the gum police.
Sorry.
I feel like that gum thing was an attempt at a power move. Like, it makes sense you can't have gum on the mic, but I feel like the way you do it is like, this our room, I control stuff. You know what I'm saying?
How'd you get the name Tekashi 6ix9ine? Let's start from there.
Man, I think I want to start there. I want to start somewhere else.
You want to jump right into it?
I want to jump into this shit.
Oh, let's go.
You know what I'm saying?
What you want to start with?
Start with whatever you want to start with.
All right. Well, there's been a lot of issues, like we said, and you said the hip hop police have been bothering you. We've been seeing a lot of things with you online.
Why are you causing all these problems for yourself, sir?
No problem, man. You know what I'm saying? That's me.
Can I say something real quick?
I'm the hottest artist in the city.
You press pause.
Yeah.
I just want to say,
And I'm coming
I like how, when he first came in, right? He was just kind of like, you know what I mean? I'm tired of shit and whatever. When he said, I was looking at his demeanor, and he was looking like, yo, I'm ready to kick this thing off. I might be tired, but yo, I'm ready to throw these blows in here. Yeah. That was the first thing I saw when I seen that part. It kind of reminded me of that interview with what's that guy name?
With Baby
Lil Yachty. Well, no, Lil Yachty.
Yachty.
When Lil Yachty kind of came in there, you could tell he wasn't really trying to laugh at nothing. Wasn't nothing really funny.
Mm-hmm.
But he was in there ready. That's what I kind of seen with him, my boy right there. But yeah, we can go ahead and get that thing started. I just wanted to say that.
I agree with you though. I feel like he definitely. I was supposed to be here yesterday, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna make sure I'm here today. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is important. I got some shit to say.
I got time now, cuz. I got time now.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I think like when he came into it, you know what I'm saying? It was like you could tell right from the beginning that he really wasn't trying to duck. You know what I mean? Like, some of these people come into this thing, you know, they come into interviews and you could tell that they trying to they feel too comfortable. They look too comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And just his demeanor going into it, he didn't come across like he was trying to be ultra comfortable or anything. He just had that demeanor like, okay, I already know what the deal is. You know what I'm saying? And let's go ahead and ride into this.
Mm-hmm. I think that's what made the Breakfast Club hot, is because most folks came in with like, oh, we finna just do a regular interview. Mm-hmm. And then you got Charlemagne with this, like, I don't know what you're gonna say thing. Mm-hmm. But then now everybody prepared for it. Folks coming up there like, yo, I know I'm finna go to war. Mm-hmm. And when you got controversy like that going on, like this dude, you coming up there with like a point to prove, you know what I'm saying? Not just like I'm in here to do a promo run. Now I'm coming here to shut some folks up, you know what I'm saying? And it's killing they whole momentum because folks is ready.
I wouldn't say killing them their momentum, because half the time, they how can I put it? Half the time, Breakfast Club don't even know, they don't even know the whole story. But they already pieced the whole story in their head. But a lot of folks come in there thrown off by some of the questions or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like like they'll throw a question in there, they'll throw a monkey wrench in there. Like the one episode when they had my boy Blackson in there, and they brought up, he was killing them at first until they
called his girl.
Yeah, his girlfriend. I was like, no. He was in that bit quiet.
I missed that one.
Oh, you missed that one? Oh,
yeah, that was
that's
crazy.
What you got to see.
Yeah,
that was the first verse. Yes. Michael Blackson been first of all, we digress, but I'm going to say, he been riding on
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart, yeah. So they kind of had him up there. And he kind of put some stuff to rest, man. He did his Thug Thizzle. Well, just like my boy, texting and driving 6ix9ine did when he went up there. I can't remember his first part.
You know what? I seen the beginning of that Michael Blackson thing, but I didn't watch the whole thing. I'm gonna have to go back and finish that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me crank this back up. Let's do it.
Crank that Soulja Boy.
Yo.
You're not the hottest in the city, though.
Hottest in the city.
Nah, you're not hotter than Cardi B.
Now Cardi B doing her. You know what I'm saying? Cardi B is different. Shout out Cardi B. Cardi B is in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? With more publicity. What she got? The Bodak Yellow song.
Yeah, number one record in the country. You know what 3 top 10s?
Three top 10s.
Going SNL next week.
I'm the hottest artist in the city.
No, you're not.
I'm definitely the hottest artist in the city.
No.
All right, but let's talk about the credentials and why you say that.
Every song I put out makes.
Can I say something real quick?
I don't get no cosigns.
Yeah.
First of all, my boy is the hottest in the city because he said he's the hottest in the city. Anybody else that say something different, who ain't rapping, you hating straight off the top. Them facts right there. That's all I got to say.
Is he the hottest in the city though?
No. If you say he the hottest, then he the hottest. I don't rap, so I'm gonna say what he got to say. That's how I
know what. I feel like it's the culture to have supreme confidence when you put yourself out there. You know what I'm saying? And quite honestly, I think the real answer is I said no, but I think the answer could be no and yes. You know what I'm saying? Because oftentimes I forgot who I heard say this, but like with rap, a lot of times, there's like different segments of rap, you know what I'm saying? Of rap or hip hop or whatever you want to call it. You can't compare certain people, you know what I'm saying? Because certain people are doing different things. So I say yeah and no, because if you're looking just based on numbers, man, you can't really compare yourself to what what's her name is doing. Bodak Yellow.
Yeah.
You can't compare yourself to that. But when I look at his crowd, when I see it on like, Instagram and stuff like that, I mean, he might really be the hottest in the city. You know what I'm saying? For his demographic, you know what I'm saying? So, I think it could be actually really like a yes and no type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, my boy the hottest.
I'm gonna say I just started listening to his music, and I can't even say I listened to his music. I started hearing his songs and watching the videos every now and again, you know what I'm saying, recently. Mm-hmm. But like I don't think I realized that like all of he just put out his first song back in November and already got 4 songs on the Hot 100. Cardi B hot, but she been out here for a minute.
Yeah,
and got the one song that's really piping, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Getting piped down by the right person, you feel me? Mm-hmm. And like, whereas this started rapping not too long ago.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what?
Piped down by the right person.
The thing is, because it goes a little bit deeper into the actual interview, but the cool thing about old boy is that when he's coming to the table with what he's doing, at first my knee-jerk reaction was, dude, you tripping by saying you the hottest in the city, right? And I really felt like that. But then, as I really started to think about and actually listen to what was coming out of his mouth, I started to, that's why I have shifted to, I feel like it could be like a yes and no type of thing, right? Because here's the thing, right? He made some extremely valuable points when he was like, name one person who's co-signed.
Oh, we ain't get there yet. We ain't get there.
That's why I said it's a little bit deeper in there, but but I mean, he did ask who, is he the hottest in the city? You know what I'm saying? And I'll just wait till we get to that.
A wise man said, God rest his soul. Wise man said, if you're a champion, if you're a true champion, then you gotta you know what I'm saying, you gotta act like you're the best. And if you're not the best, you still gotta pretend that you're the best. Pretend that you are. You know what I'm saying? He didn't say it like that. He said it actually a little bit more elegant than I did, but you get the point.
Yeah.
You get the point.
I think that is a huge part of it. Is if you don't think you're the city, then
why you
not the hottest in the city.
Then why you doing it too? Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a check, of course, but you know what I mean?
But also, I feel like with all of the success he's had in such a short period of time, it's impossible to convince him that he's not the hottest in the city, and he probably not the smartest person in the room. You know what I'm saying? Like you get there. If I only put out 5 songs and 4 of them on the Hot 100, you can't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me I ain't the hottest in the city, because with the next 4 tracks that I'm about to drop, I'm about to be even hotter. So if I ain't the hottest now, you might as well go ahead and call it, because you know what I'm saying? All of this shit about to be hella hot.
Yeah.
All right, but I'm about to
push that button.
Yeah.
I don't got no Jeezy cosign. I don't got no Offset cosign. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm self-made. I started it. You know,
Cardi didn't have that in the beginning though. She had her 2 mixtapes out, and then Bodak Yellow was a song by herself. That's why it was such a big deal when she was number 1. She was the
What'd you say? She had 2 what?
2 mixtapes.
My first project was top 5 Billboard debut.
She debuted on Billboard, her mixtape.
Her second mixtape. Her second. My first one. You know what I'm saying? I don't got. It's not no competition. I'm not. Like I said, shout out Cardi B. I'm the hottest artist in the city.
You're supposed to feel that way though. You definitely supposed to feel that way.
I know.
The boy Charlamagne trying to tell him he ain't. Come on, son.
Like I'm most hated. You know what I'm saying? Everyone wants to come for me. How many people came for me? How many people? A lot. Why? Because I'm the hottest artist. And nobody ever gonna take.
You don't think telling people to suck your dick online got anything to do with it too?
Nah, I tell niggas to suck my dick every day.
I want to say, I think that what's the point of arguing with him on whether or not he's the hottest in the city, if then you're gonna say, well, you're supposed to think that. So you're gonna try to convince him he's not the hottest in the city for 2 minutes, and then say, well, you're supposed to think.
Because he was hating.
Yeah, that's you just showed your
hating. Exactly.
Hey.
Like Charlamagne pretty cool at times, but he was kind of hating right there. He was trying to. Charlamagne, if Charlamagne don't like you, he'll let you know off top when you get there, because he'll automatically just start hating on you right there. If he don't like you or he don't care about you, whatever, he'll show straight off the back, like not disrespect, but he just kind of dismiss your ass or something. Like,
but see, I don't really know if that's hate though. You know what I'm saying? Like, people got their things that they into. You know what I'm saying?
That's fine. And my thing is, if you're into it, you into it. If you're not, you're not. But you ain't got to tell me and try to argue me down that I'm not the hottest. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's your opinion, and that's his opinion.
It is his opinion, but he came on his show though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he did, but he tried to tell him that he wasn't. Like, I don't understand why even try to argue with this guy? You know he's supposed to think that. But I mean, I get it. He wanted to, you know what I'm saying? He's trying to start something, but that's what Charlamagne do. Charlamagne, like, that's what I remember. If you look at certain interviews, you can tell when he got a problem with it, because he'll praise you, give you all this praise at first, and won't even say anything disrespectful. But then, if it's somebody he don't really care for or don't like, he gonna go ham on you.
Yeah,
he gonna go ham.
I feel like
he gonna try.
Do that for people he got like a point to prove against. Where like when Kanye came up, and the first thing he said was Kanye Kardashian. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Where he's just trying to show like, he's trying to establish some dominance. This is just what I do. I'm the prince of pissing people off, the king of aggravation or something like that.
Yeah,
I feel like
trying to get in the spaz.
Try to get that.
I mean, I hear where y'all coming from, and I feel like, when the only way you got a popping show is if you have an opinion. You know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta be the hero, right? Mm-hmm. With one of the things that has helped you build your following is you plant your flag. You know what I'm saying? And you stand behind that flag. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, all he's doing is planting his flag and standing behind his flag. But I will say that I do think that sometimes he holds that flag in the ground, in the dirt too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, to where he can't hear it, like, because that's not part of his culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's 40 years old listening to somebody, who is making music for people his age. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, it just is what it is. And to him, this music now doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? And so it just is what it is.
But I'll say this too, but I'll be getting ahead of myself a little bit. But I'll say this: Charlemagne hasn't heard a lot of his music.
Yeah.
And whatnot, and I think it's based off his opinion of him. It's just based off his antics and whatnot, and I think it's something that Charlemagne doesn't like. So he comes off right off the bat because he didn't know. I don't think he knew. His first album was, was one of the hottest on the charts when he first dropped it. I don't know if he knew that, his first 5 records was on, those, like, it's not really, it comes to a point, you look at his numbers and what he's did, like, he's like his first like 5 or 4 of his first, top 100. Like, that's kind of hot. Like, you can't really knock this guy. Like, for calling himself number 1. You gotta be able to understand that. That's how I see it.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, if it was my show and I think you're trash, you know what I'm saying, right? And I bring you on my show, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I think that your junk that it ain't trash. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hold my opinion, and then you can back up your opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes the great exchange. It wouldn't be a great exchange if he would have just been like, hey, I respect you. Yeah, you are the great. That's not.
I see.
It's fake, and ain't nobody trying to hear that.
Where I think that the difference is why I say that they slipping and falling off a little bit is that back in the day when Charlemagne had an opinion, he also had like something to back that opinion up with. Mm-hmm. Like, you can't then have an opinion, but then like not have any information. When Breakfast Club was going at like Hot 97 and Funk Flex, and he was going off on these rants, giving out Funk Flex whole history, like, you were like, all right, this dude did his research. He makes some sense. I think that's why in my like channel and my little following is because when I throw out my opinion and I plant my flag on it, I got a reason why I'm planting my flag. And it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And like, you could then say like, this is the other side of it. And that other side may make sense, but like, I know why I feel the way I feel. Whereas Charlemagne, like, I can't remember your songs. I don't know the name.
We're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
Try not to go there.
Yeah. But yeah.
Well, we're gonna have to definitely revisit this because I got something to say about that. We'll revisit. But go ahead.
Here we go. Get the video back here. And Doug out here traveling, man.
Doug out here looking like he.
Be good.
Looking like he breaking in his house.
Man,
I got
you ready to either kill or die?
And I'm ready to die, and I'm ready to kill.
Jesus Christ, that's not what we want, Tekashi.
Listen to me. My thing is, right? Look, this is the way I look at it, right?
What you look at? How you look at it?
I look at it. If I could walk around saying I'm the king of New York, right? Don't you think somebody would have done something by now?
Give it some time.
Give it some time?
Yeah.
How much time?
I don't know, but I don't think that you should.
That is a lifetime.
I don't think you should be bringing that kind of energy on yourself.
But listen, I'm gangster. I know I'm gangster. I know. I tell everybody all the time, test my gangster.
Oh God.
Not listen to me. I tell everybody, test my gangster. A lot of people don't like me, but you know what I'm saying? I'm not here to fit in. My message is to be yourself, and I'm always myself. I always push that message to be yourself and embrace yourself who you are. Listen, I'm a kid with rainbow hair, right? Mm-hmm. I'm a kid with rainbow teeth.
What does that mean?
How am I shaking up the industry like I am, man. This is not supposed to happen. Nobody run down for a reason. I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people don't like me. A lot of people don't like my attitude. You really get to know me, have a conversation with me. I'm a very humble, genuine dude.
It seems like you don't want people to like you.
Nah. Why you say that?
Because it seems like certain situations get blown out of proportion and you take it from one to
Let's
100.
bring the situation up.
All right, like let's talk about.
Wait. Are we gonna glide past that?
No, I'm gonna stop it.
Yeah, I feel like right there, because Charlamagne was trying to tell the kid first, you ain't the hottest, and then like you know what I'm saying. Then it was kind of like I think he was trying to give him some sound advice. I think that's what he kind of tell him that you ain't the hottest and all this other stuff, and then trying to give somebody advice. I think that's what I mean. I don't think that was. I don't think that was. How you say? I don't think that was smart on his behalf, or you know what I mean, on Charlamagne's behalf. But I get where Charlamagne was going with that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to bring that bad energy, that juju, that bad juju, to yourself, telling people like, come test me. You know what I mean? You ask somebody that, and somebody gonna come and try to deliver. Like, why? Why?
I think though, what the dude said, he said it in there. He said, "I'm a gangster though." Like, you can't be a gangster, because where he started saying that, "Come test me," is because people kept calling him a fake blood and a fake gangster and a fake this. So then he started saying, "If you think I'm fake, then come test it." So
he said that. I didn't hear that part.
That he didn't. That wasn't like in this interview, but in other interviews. Like,
well, he says it later in the interview.
Yeah. But that's where it all started, where the whole like, "Come test me, a gangster." You know what I'm saying? He used to say that all.
So he said that. That's what he say all the time.
Yeah,
like,
because
people think. Yeah, and I think when he was, like, I'm a kid with rainbow hair, rainbow teeth. I ain't supposed to be here, but I'm here, and I don't mind disrupting stuff. I like that. You know what I'm saying? Even though he might be bringing some bad juju on himself by telling people saying, "Come test me," but the whole simple fact that he is who he is, and he's standing by that, give him that right there.
You know what? I'll say this. Like, I think Doug makes a really good point. In the sense that, I understand why Charlamagne kind of switched gears like that, because of kind of hearing his philosophy from other interviews. You know what I'm saying? I could get why he kind of switched gears, because his whole thing is, if you're gonna be so gangster, then be so gangster. But he also is articulated that it ain't smart to be out here doing all this, and then it'll really come knocking at your door. But the thing is that you gotta deliver a message. If you really want to help, if your goal is really to help somebody, you have to give it to them in a way that they can receive it. I can't receive a message from you in order to help me if you first put something in front of me where you like dissing me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That would be like me saying, "Yo, AB, yo, your breath smells like monkey balls," or something, right? And then I get a whole laugh from everybody, and then I'd be like, "Yo, man, the dentist told me if you get like some floss and you floss, 3 days a week, man, it might actually be able to help you." Well, bro, I ain't gonna be able to hear you after everybody done laughed at me. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Hell yeah.
So, it's just one of them things, man.
Yeah. Nah, I agree. I think that I feel like that is part of it, of like, yo, you can't diss somebody then try to like, "I'm gonna help you out though. I'm gonna throw you under the bus real quick, but I'm gonna pull you out as well." You know what I'm saying? I just also think that if you look at the context, like there's a different set of advice. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't tell somebody who like is like, I'm a gangster, I'm a blood, I'm all of this, to then be worried about his safety. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I've been a gangster since been a gangster, now all of a sudden, because I'm famous, I'm supposed to be like not a gangster no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't need that advice. Tell me I need to, you know what I'm saying, hire the right security or something, but don't tell me not to tell somebody to give me some fellatio. You feel me? Where this fool Doug? He done ducked off here real quick. I'm gonna play a little bit more of this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because back when I was gang banging and all that,
Right.
yeah, nobody finna tell me, you know what I'm saying, not to gang bang. You know what I'm saying? Not to have my rag. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You and Jay Prince.
Jay Prince Jr. is just Jay Prince Jr.'s birthday party. He's just saying, look, I don't even know you. I don't have no issue. I just know things that I heard, but you do have to check in and at least like show some respect. That's not a bad thing.
But what happened in that situation with Jay Prince?
See, that right there.
Yeah, I was just about to tell you to pause right there, but go ahead.
That's my fault. That's the thing that always throw me off, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is Envy did what I feel like you're supposed to do when you don't have all the information.
Mm-hmm.
Say, tell me what happened.
Yeah.
And just Yee jumped out the window with, well, Jay Prince was just trying to do this, and he was telling you this, and you just all you had to do was this. Yeah. And then he says, well, tell us what happened, because we don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So you know, my thing, and my bad, I wasn't trying to cut you off.
Good.
But you know, my whole thing about the whole check-in thing, like, you know, I understand that different places have different operating procedures, you know what I'm saying? Right? Like different places that you go and everything. And with that being said, you know, I could understand the perspective of why do I need to go check in somewhere? You know what I'm saying? Like, what does that even mean? First off, I'm not 100% sure what that even means to go check in. What that means in that situation. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Check in. Like, if you come to Tallahassee, you gonna have to check in when you come see me.
So okay. So what you saying is that it don't mean shit. I got you. I appreciate you explaining that
to me. You know, when you come to Florida, you gotta talk to the mayor.
So it means nothing. It means nothing. That's what she got. Okay. So if that's the case, then I don't understand why he got offended by it. You know what I'm saying? I would never get offended by what.
I feel like there's multiple things I heard what checking in is, where like some folks you got to check in, you got to drop some money off so people don't get on your head. You know what I'm saying? I heard checking in is just like, yo, hey, we're gonna be in town. You want to hang out with us? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You just like giving somebody the opportunity, you know, letting them know, like, you first right of refusal. We're gonna come in. We might come to y'all spot or we gonna go do this other thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just like that. What all of it feel to me like some shit. If it's strangers, if I don't even know you, like,
it sounds like extortion.
Exactly. And I don't. A dude like me, right? Let's say if I drop 4 songs tomorrow and I'm on the hot 1,000, you know what I'm saying? I'm just a regular man. I'm gonna have a problem with checking in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now, if I'm used to claiming I'm a gangster, I'm used to toting a pistol on me at all times.
Mm-hmm.
You then not gonna tell me I need to come check in, or you're gonna do some harm to me when I'm somebody who do the harm in my city. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What did that boy Heisenberg say? Is like, I'm the guy who knocks. If I'm the dude who knock, I can't come to your city and then knock. You know what I mean? And answer the door like, hey man, I'm just stopping by. And that's why I think is a way off base.
Yeah, and that's what that was my point though. Is just like if I want to be real clear on what they mean by this check in, because my thing is like, for instance, let's use Houston, and this ain't with no disrespect or anything. It's just looking at this logically, right? In Houston, think about how many different types of artists come to Houston and make money in Houston. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is what does that check? So like if what's the girl who the Caucasian lady that has like the funny hair and stuff, Lady Gaga, right? So if Lady Gaga comes and performs in Houston, does that mean that Lady Gaga is gonna have to check in? Or is that just just people who are portraying to be gangsters? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't really understand that world like that. So maybe since he's claiming to be gangster, maybe it is, you stepping out of bounds by not coming in the city and, I don't know, paying homage or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't know that culture that well. You know what I'm saying? But what I will say is that just as a whole, when I heard that, I'm like, from my perspective, it's like, dude, if I'm making money, I don't know you.
We don't make money together.
What does that mean? I need to get permission to make money, or I mean, what does this mean? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I feel too like, I guess if it's some gang stuff, right? I could understand like if it's family, right? If I go to Tallahassee, I'm not gonna go and say what's up to my dad. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go to Tallahassee and then not check in with my dad. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna not check in with Doug if I'm in the city. You know what I'm saying? So I could understand if they blooded and he like, yo, holla at the Bloods over here if you're in the city. You know what I'm saying? That way we can make sure you're cool, because we know that the other folks is around here looking for you. So you know what I'm saying, check in with us and we such a who the whoop, and you know what I'm saying, all that. But that's the, like I'm saying, like I could get that, like if it's in that culture of things, you know what I'm saying, like I understand it, but I don't.
But see, that's my point though. Like I said, I genuinely don't know what that actually means. You know what I'm saying? When they say, oh man, you just need to check in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't really understand.
To cause no problems in your city.
Yeah.
I just
I watched a video from this other dude who like is blood, and he was having problems with them, and he was talking about the check-in thing. And from what it sounds like, it means it's got multiple meanings. You know what I'm saying? And he described it as, there's been times where he had to go check in, where he went to Detroit and he found out who was the, like, what's his name? Trick, the hardest dude out that way. And he hit them up and was like, yo, we're going to be in town. Like, you know, if y'all not busy, let's meet up just so we all cool. You know, we don't want no problems. And it was just like that. You know what I'm saying? But and
again, you gotta keep in mind, bro. You know, even though I love rap music, you know what I'm saying, I'm not. I don't live that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, and I think that's the thing people gotta be cautious on when they talk about that culture, because the thing is, if you ain't part of that culture, it ain't gonna make sense to you. And you know what I'm saying?
Not a lick. Now I will say this: if I'm Billy Badass, right? If I'm Billy Badass, and I go into another Billy Badass section, you know what I'm saying? You know I'm Billy Badass, and if one of your boys come over here mess with Billy Badass, I'm gonna check him, and I know, and I will say I know you gotta do what you gotta do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Which means you gotta retaliate. You know what I'm saying? So if I let you know, hey, I'm in town, so you tell your boys, hey, so-and-so in town, don't mess with them. Don't mess with them. To me, that makes sense. But you gotta be about that life. You gotta be about life. Like, you know what I'm saying? So if any of your boys come mess with me and I just punch them in his mouth, I'm like, hey, I told you I was in town. You know what I'm saying? You should tell your boys to get right. You know
so let me ask you then.
Atlanta, I talked to the big boys in Atlanta. I'm like, yo, I'm in town. They be like, Doug, you straight, you good. Like, nah, I'm stopped.
Every time you go to Tallahassee, you check in with John Deere, you know what I'm saying, the tractor company, and you be like, yo, y'all,
That's like
yo,
City.
is it cool?
That's like City. Let's go. Let's go.
No. You know, my question is this though, right? Would they give that same advice to, let's say, what's the dude that produces ATL? Danny Glover, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's his name? Donald Glover, yeah.
Donald Glover, yeah. Donald Glover.
So if he went to Houston or whatever, does that same thing apply? So is it just people who claim to be part of gang culture? Is that because like I said, that might actually be on code. You know what I'm saying? That might be where, nigga, if you come to my city, you know, hey man, you're gonna have to check in.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
When Magic Johnson, he did an interview one time. He was talking about when he was putting up little fast food shops, well, not fast food, like Starbucks and his little not his little, but his movie theater up in the LA area. He was like people he had to they had to stop that project because gang members was like, you know, you putting something up on my block. You ain't even asked for permission. So he had to sit down and talk to the people and was like, yo, I plan on employing people from this community. So, you know, and I'm planning on doing these people a good deal. So he was like, okay, you got my blessing. Go ahead, do what you got to do. So I wonder if that was like checking in too.
Yeah.
That sound like it.
Yeah, that sound like checking in. You come around my streets trying to make this money without me, bro? No, I run this area. You got to pay that tax.
You know, I guess the only thing that if that is the case, right? If that is the case where everybody has to check in, my question is do you pull that with Walmart?
Exactly.
Do you pull that with the BP gas station?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's my only thing about it. That's why when I kept hearing them in this interview talking about checking in, based on me and my experiences in business and in life in general, that concept just didn't really make a lot of sense. You know what I'm saying? When y'all give me these examples, it makes sense to a degree because I get it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, is this checking in thing just a black thing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It was hindering. That can hinder some stuff.
You know what I mean?
This is a conversation I had on this channel a couple times with the LeVar Ball thing, right? Where as a CEO of his own company, folks got different questions for him and need different information from him than they do from these CEOs of companies that they support all the time. So then they like, yo, you got the big baller brand, it's a black-owned company, what you putting back into the community, right? They'll be like, I'm not gonna buy it because he not giving it back to the community. He not from where I'm from. But then I'd be like, yo, but you got a Samsung phone in your pocket.
Man.
You got an Apple iPhone in your pocket. You're not asking Tim Cook and them where they money, where if they put that money back in your community, you know what I'm saying? You don't know, like they question the man on his parenting skills. You don't know what type of dad Mark Parker is over at Nike. You don't know what type of dad all of these people is who money you just feeding to them and they not even thinking about your community or nothing. And you know it, you cool with it. But the one dude who like, yo, I'm helping some folks out, you know what I'm saying? You need to help everybody out. But
that's a perfect example. Perfect.
Yeah. That's something I see a lot where folks just upset at the wrong stuff. And only the people who look at them and hold them to this higher standard than what they hold anybody else.
Push forward in the interview a little bit.
All right, let's go.
get into the meat a little bit.
Poppin'. So the dude's like, yo, what's up? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he took my energy coming off like, yo, this kid, like, he just came up to me. Okay. Yeah. Son didn't buy no sneakers, didn't get nothing. He was just there. He was there for 30 minutes. Any problem, pull up to the
come to the club.
Come to my birthday party. 12:15, no later. So I guess Shotty texted him back like, we can't make it at 12:15. We definitely come through and show some love. Mm-hmm. So we go to the club like around 1:30. I guess when we get to the door, he said 12:15, no later. You know what I'm saying? But we texted him like, yo, we ain't making it at 12:15. So I guess it was a situation where he was like, nah, like, there's a situation we gotta address in private before we make it public.
Oh, so he wanted to have a conversation with you before you was in the club and take pictures.
Blood, we could have had the conversation in the sneaker store. We could have had the conversation
You think he feel like you disrespected him in the sneaker store?
I don't know what he yo, blood, like I'm human, blood. Like, yeah, if I came up to you, right, and I say, yo, what's good? And you tell me what's good. In front of all these people, blood, address the situation you got with me, blood. Don't wait till there's all your people here for you to get the battery in your back to be tough. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Straight up. Like, so I guess we showed up to this party, son said, like, yo, like, nah, let's address it. Boom. I'm like, when everyone knows that happened on Sunday of his birthday, if you go back and track it on the internet, it was posted Wednesday, 3 days later. That's clout chasing, blood. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody into that, blood. Like, you a grown-ass man with kids, a family. You know what I'm saying?
Why didn't you show up to your show in Houston?
All right, so boom. I showed up. I showed up. They just all right, so boom. Let's think like I'm gonna get to it. Let's think like booking agents and agencies and y'all do y'all be having like little shows, right? Like 105 be having shows. Y'all be doing like
we get money for appearances.
He's talking about like Powerhouse and all that, yeah.
Yeah, like name one. Like
name one, yeah.
Powerhouse?
Yeah,
that's what it's called?
Yeah.
It's like a
do it at the Barclays.
Alright, so boom, perfect. So boom. Say Powerhouse, right? Mm-hmm. You book a headliner, which is like what, Future, you say? Like
The Weeknd,
Future, right?
Whatever, huh?
So when you booking just let's go with Future or something, okay. Right? Say you booking Future, right? Mm-hmm. You book Future, but he's your headliner.
Correct.
At the World Star Show in Austin, I'm the headliner. I'm the main event. Like there's T Grizzly, Rich the Kid, YFN, Rollo, that was the lineup. Mm-hmm. I'm the headliner. I'm leading the show. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You book a show at Powerhouse, right? Future's your headliner, right? You're the booking agent. You're the stage manager. You're this. What are you gonna do to make sure that you booked them? You the one that gotta pay him, right? Are you gonna make sure your main event is safe, like for them to perform and give the crowd what they want? Absolutely, right? So me, I'm not dumb. You know what I'm saying? And let me address this. When I travel out of town, I don't travel with 100 people. I don't travel. You know who I travel with? 2-3 people. When I went to LA for All-Star Weekend, I'm with 2 people. It's me and 2 other people. I don't walk around. Why? Because I let my nuts hang. Like that's bottom line. Like
you kind of contradicting yourself though, because you said that if somebody got an issue with you, don't wait until they got 100 people with them to address you. So if you walking around proclaiming to be this big gangster, this big tough guy, you got to show up, even if it's just you and 2 people.
Now listen to this, right? Listen what he just said, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good place to pause there.
Yeah. That's showing.
Yeah, what you gonna say?
I said that's to me that's Charlamagne showing his hand again as a slight hater.
I don't see it that way.
Doug, you on mute, Doug.
Oh, my bad. I was saying I feel like that's Charlamagne not having the whole story.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? At that point. Because he keeps saying for some reason, why you ain't show up? Why you ain't show up? Like, you know what I'm saying? You supposed to be this gangster, and why you ain't show up? And I feel like he did that. He said that he just didn't know any better.
Wow.
You know, what I could say is I could understand how Charlamagne could have that perspective because just based on what came out of his mouth, right? That's like T.I.'s old song. I forgot what song it was, but where he was like, even if I'm all alone in the stand with foe, tell him jump, right? It's like he's saying, like, okay, you talking all this gangster stuff, but then yeah, they was mobbed up, and why you ain't go in there? You know what I'm saying? Yet from the beginning of the interview, you've been talking, you know, blood, 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 gang, 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 pow, 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 busting at them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I could understand his perspective on it, but I do think that you know what it's like. It's kind of like the word pit bull, right? With the word pit bull, it's one of these polarizing type of words, right? Because what it ended up happening, you say pit bull, some people love pit bulls, some people hate pit bulls. It's rare that you find somebody in the middle, right? And people have an idea of what pit bull is to them. You see what I'm saying? And it don't matter how many facts you put in front of them, they're going to see a pit bull the way that they see it. You see what I'm saying? And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because I do believe, I don't think it's hate, but I think it is a lot of he's in media. He sees, he's getting glimpses on social media of what he has done ahead of time. Then you couple that with what he has said in this interview already, as far as, you know, dude, I ain't never gonna back down, you know, blood, 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 bang, 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 pow, 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 right? And then the way he initially started it off, you know, it did seem like, okay, now you contradicting yourself. But he cleaned it up on the back end a little bit later in the interview. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where he made it make sense, when he started getting into the whole point of you know, he's not stupid. You know what I'm saying? It's not gangster to be stupid.
We're getting ahead of ourselves.
I know, but I'm just saying, it was part of what I was saying.
Where I think when I say that he's showing his hand a little bit as a hater is because I feel like if he wanted him to be right, if he wanted to paint him like as a media person, Charlamagne is smart enough to where if he wanted him to not seem like an idiot, he would have came up with the point on his own of, I can see you smart enough not to run into that setup. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or he would have like asked a question or like said something to be like, so why? You know what I mean? Like the way he set it up. Well, now you contradicting yourself. You should have went in there and took the L. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that to me feels like Charlamagne's smart enough to really manipulate the situation any way that he wanted. So I feel like he's seen it as like me and was like, oh, you just contradicted yourself. Let me point this out. And not as an opportunity to be like, well, why don't you clarify a little bit? Because, you know what I'm saying? If earlier you was rah, Billy Badass, bang, bang, gang, gang. Now, why wouldn't you just take the opportunity to up on him at your show? You know what I'm saying? And he could have fed it to him and threw him a home run, you know what I'm saying, a softball pitch right here to knock it out the park. But he took a different angle, and then I feel like the kid 6ix9ine was prepared for that, and he hit it out the park anyway.
Yeah, because he had more information. I see what you're talking about. He could have done that. Or maybe we give Charlamagne too much.
Well, I think first off, you got to also remember that this is real time. In real time, it's not like they have a real scripted show like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's one thing. The second thing is that, I mean, I hear where you're coming from to a degree, but at the same time, like I said from the very beginning, it's like that's not entertaining to try to help out your guests, right? Like if you are,
he's done
like,
it before.
But see, here's the thing though. Here's the thing. It's not entertaining to try to help out your guests, especially if you truly don't like respect the craft. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, if I'm interviewing somebody that I don't necessarily respect. I respect the fact that, you know, he's making him earn his respect if he wants to earn it.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It ain't his job to go in there and make him feel good, especially when he's actually saying, dog, I ain't ever gonna back down from nothing.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And then I guess it's one of those things too. Well, I don't want to get too ahead.
Let
But
me. I'm gonna play this and let him go ahead and have his rebuttal real quick.
yeah, might want to fast forward because that rebuttal took a while for him to get out.
Yeah.
Remember what he just said. So World Star, right? I'm the main event. So boom, I show up. He said, "Yo, but take a look on the internet. Everyone's tagging me." So I go on the internet. The Jay Prince dude, right, is on the stage for Rollo set. Is on the stage for YFN set, for Lil Baby set, for Rista Kid set, for YBN Namir set, for T Grizzly set. So I'm like, I call Jay back. I'm like, yo, blood, like you got these dudes that's ready to, you know what I'm saying, play with me and play with my money on the stage. He's like, nah, but I'm gonna clear him. I said, yo, so I'm your main event, right? Are you gonna guarantee my safety? You know what I'm saying, in the venue? It just started looking like a setup to me. You know what I'm saying? I said, yo, what's up with the security? Like, they allowing that, like, for them to be, how am I supposed to give your venue, your crowd a good performance, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm supposed to be looking over my back while I'm performing? You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to get world starred on a world star stage, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Now, going back to what you said, right? He said I'm contradicting myself. There's a difference between being gangster and being stupid. Now listen to this. Now listen to this, right? I let my nuts hang, right? But am I gonna go against 100 niggas that want to get me, or be the smarter person and be like, stupid? I'm not gonna let you get the chance to world star me and violate me when I could be the bigger person. And be like, you know what? Y'all couldn't guarantee my safety. Y'all know that I showed up. Jay know I showed up, but you can't guarantee my safety. Now listen to this, right? Now listen to this, right? Mm-hmm. You the type that you want to see. You want to be like, go in there. You tough, right?
No, I don't.
Now, but listen to this, right? Like some people that say they walk in. I'm not gonna let you trick me into taking an L. I don't take no L's. That's why I think that's why people hate me, because I'm so arrogant and I'm so. But it's just me being like, yo, this.
I think that's the part right there where he addressed the Charlemagne stuff, and I think too he kind of said something of like, when I was saying you kind of sound like a hater a little bit, because then earlier you giving him great advice. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you shouldn't invite people to your penis. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't do these things.
Invite him to your penis.
But then he flip around and be like, oh, you should have ran in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't then. But
I see it. Go ahead.
He just then did hit him with the like, yo, you right though. You right. It makes sense what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I feel like the dude 6ix9ine, one of the other things that I feel like a lot of folks be talking about, like he needs some his big homies to talk to him. And I feel like the thing that's underrated is his like awareness of what's happening. Even when he's like keeps asking the promoter, you're not gonna protect me, you can't guarantee my safety, right? You know I'm here. You know I'm gonna show up if you say yes, but can you do it? You know what I'm saying? Which is him making sure he gets his money. You know what I'm saying? Which is him making sure like this is on you, not me. You know what I'm saying? Which is smart business wise.
No, Doug going on a mission again.
No. Doug walk around the whole house.
Hey man, it's
No,
kind of hard when you got a 12 room house. You know, it's kind of hard.
um,
You know what I'm saying? Stay in one spot.
no, but no, what I will say is that and I think this kind of was the tone throughout the entire interview for me, which is that I could see I saw both sides making good points. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? I definitely at this point in the interview started gaining even more respect for what he's talking about. 'Cause, I mean, it's true, bro. Like, listen, I think that there is a time when you being stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like if I know that going to a particular event, there's gonna be 100 dudes there, right? It could even be 100 like midgets there for all I care. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Or not midgets, but small people, right? Gotta watch that. Yeah, no disrespect, but nah. If there was, it doesn't matter if it's 100 small people, 100, just any group, right? The reality is that you got to pick and choose your battles. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how gangster you are. Listen. Tell me how bright this is. Let's imagine since we've kind of talked a little bit about gang type stuff, right? Again, I have told you I don't know anything about gang culture, right? And with that being said, I can tell you this, okay? If I was a Crip and there was a function going on at a place that could hold 10,000 people and it's 10,000 bloods in there, I am not going in that establishment.
Yeah.
I don't care how much gangster I need to be trying to prove I am, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can flip that vice versa. If I am a blood and I go into and there's an establishment where there are 5,000 Crips, that's stupid to go in that situation.
Yeah.
That's not tough. That's not me trying to prove that I'm trying. That's stupid. You know what I'm saying? And most of the people that I have met that that are actually a part of that gangster life, I haven't met stupid gangsters. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
The people that I know that have been, a part of that life, they were all really, really smart dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But the thing is like we sitting up here talking about business, bro. If you are the headliner for an event, right? Then as a promoter, it is your responsibility to make sure that goes well, because now this is bigger than just what's going on in the street. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I mean, that's just how I see it, man. That's just
And
how I see it. If
to
you
me,
make that man the headliner, don't have him. Don't walk him into no trap.
yeah. To
I
me,
wouldn't feel comfortable doing business with you again, even if I'm not the one directly impacted by it. I'd be like, dang, you set buddy up like this. You know what I'm saying?
yep. To me though, I think that's where I kind of like that sticks. All of this stick out to me the most is that I feel like if I was going to give him some advice, it would start with the whole gang culture thing. You know what I'm saying? Like my advice to him wouldn't be like, hey, don't be on social media doing X, Y, and Z. Don't walk into a place where all these dudes hate you. My shit would be, yo, bro, why are you signing up to be a part of some shit that you then gotta protect yourself, where you then gotta let your nuts hang, where you gotta be so gangster. You know what I'm saying? Like my advice to him would be, let's try something new. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I understand you had to do that. Now you're in a different place. Let's just do something completely different, man. Let's get this. You know what I'm saying? Like you got this big tattoo on your face. But you know what though? This is the other thing I was thinking is like the advice that I would give him would be advice, and even advice that Charlamagne giving him. It's the advice of like somebody who like might want to go work for somebody one day. You know what I'm saying? Like you might like I don't know, like I might like a job, and I'd be like, yo, I kind of like working at this company, or I want to be like a something in this corporation or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Whereas you take this young dude and like you put all them tattoos on your face, you telling me that, yo, I want to do this. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be a gangbanger. I'm trying to be a blood. I want to be a rapper. I got all of these life choices that I done already made. And I feel like I really don't have much advice for you in that realm.
Well, see, my thing is this, like, and that's like even with the stuff that I'm talking about on here. I'm not trying to give advice one way or the other, right?
Yeah.
I'm just speaking my opinion on what it came across like to me, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My thing, I think where things could have been improved on this interview is to have more of a mindset of seek understanding. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah.
Because the reality is that you can't really give advice on stuff that you don't understand, which is why I keep saying I don't understand gang culture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not, so I'm not trying to disrespect it because I don't understand it.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's exactly what
I'm not gonna give you advice on it.
That's what I'm saying is like I can't like what the protocol is or why you should check in, because I don't know. I can't tell you not to tell a man to do that because I don't know if that's just what y'all got to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My advice to him would be like, bro, I know you just took that GED. What you thinking about college? You know what I'm saying? Well, you got all this money. You trying to get into real estate. You trying to entrepreneurship, some business, something. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yo, maybe folks who you trying to do business with, they might be a little intimidated with your 6ix9ine tattoo on the middle of your face. You know what I'm saying? That would be my conversation with him.
And see, for me, I wouldn't even like. I would think that I wouldn't try to give any advice to someone who's playing in a space I don't understand. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My whole thing would be to seek understanding and ask questions, right? Like maybe, and like I feel like because I can't speak to what Charlemagne, Angela Yee, and DJ Envy. I can't speak to what their intent was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All we're doing is sitting here looking at what we see and just kind of coming up with our opinions of it. Yeah, you can hear us?
Hello?
Yeah, you still there?
Oh yeah, I can hear y'all. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Like,
but no, the thing is, man, is like, I just feel like what they should have done is just ask more questions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was the biggest thing.
Because ain't nobody in that room part of gang culture.
Yeah.
And if he's professing to be that, now if he's professing to be that and that's not really what he is, then he got a problem on his hands.
Yeah, I'll definitely say this. I'll be like, man, what is it you're trying to do? You trying to be a gang member, or are you trying to be a rapper? Because they can give them advice on how to be a rapper. Like, you know what I'm saying? They didn't watch and interview people who made the moves. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let him kind of figure out what it is. You know what I'm saying? Exactly what he's trying to do. Because yes, ma'am. I'm sitting out here. And that's why all the other lights are off.
Hello?
Yeah, I guess it's he live at home, shit, with his parents. You gotta go.
Hey guys, I gotta go right now.
You gotta go wash the dishes.
I gotta go wash these dishes, take this trash out real quick.
All right, bro.
Nah, I'm just messing.
All right, but hold on, I got this clip pulled up from what I think y'all talking about right now. Let me play this.
I'm wrong, but now that everything is going right, everyone's telling me, no, you're doing this. Let me do what I'm doing, because obviously whatever I'm doing is working.
Nah, not when it comes to all that beef shit, man. I'm telling you,
you don't got no Billboard records.
Famous last words.
Listen, you don't got listen, Charlamagne. You don't got no Billboard records.
Yeah, because I got a nationally syndicated radio show.
Billboard records.
I got a nationally syndicated radio show. I got a New York Times best-selling book. I've had hit TV shows. I executive produce a lot of TV shows. I got movies.
To be honest, if it wasn't for this, I would have never heard about you. And I'm telling you right now.
Internet number one.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. I don't do nothing.
All right. This is gonna be your most viewed. This like I'm telling you for a fact, this is gonna be your most viewed.
You took your GED test?
Yeah, I took it and I passed it, and I wanted to save it of the video that I'm about to drop. It's actually called Day 6ix9ine Graduation Day, and I passed it. You say congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank
bro.
you.
I'm happy for
So
you.
I did pass it, and
That I saw. Well, I'm saying him showing his hand, huh?
That was extremely petty.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm talking about, man. Like that's what we talking about. Like, if Charlamagne don't like you, he gonna try to set you up and try to make you look as stupid as possible. I'd see him do it, man. That was extremely petty. I'm glad he passed that test. I was so glad he passed that test, boy, so he can be like, "Yes, I did." Now, can you congratulate me?
I feel like he's smart enough not to come up there without have passing that. You know what I'm saying? Without have passed that. Without have been passed. Without have passed. Without you know what I'm saying? Without have passing that test already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he's probably waiting. Like I can't do no interviews until I pass this test because they're gonna ask me about it. And they're gonna ask me why I ain't studying right now.
No, you know what? That you know when I was like, I gained respect for him. Like, first off, that was extremely witty how he responded to Charlamagne. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta understand, man. You know, I done told Doug this before. Like, dog, when you look at a professional at work, you know what the biggest sign of a professional is? They make this jump look easy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like Charlamagne and Angela Yee and DJ Envy, they make it look easy. They make it look like anybody could go up there and do what they doing. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And for him, and for this guy who's a rapper who doesn't do radio, right? To go up there and be that sharp in that moment, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
I give him a big salute.
Man. Yeah.
I give him a big salute because, you know, it was funny. It was very impressive. You know what I'm saying? Because he could have tucked his tail in. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't tuck his tail. He was
exactly.
Like, oh, I wouldn't even heard of you.
Yeah.
It wasn't for this show. Exactly.
And then Charlamagne came back with, well, I wouldn't have heard of you if you had done the stuff you did. Which is like you said, he had him off balance. Like that definitely wasn't as witty as a comeback as we've heard Charlamagne have before. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't have heard of you if you hadn't had all them hit records.
And what's dope is he took control of it and made Charlamagne have to run down his catalog.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And like I said, man, I think I love Charlamagne. I love the way the perspective that he brings to the table. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he got you in that moment, bro. That's why I was laughing when that whoever edited that in there. That was hilarious. That was hilarious.
It was good. I think, he got him. He had Charlamagne agitated.
Yes, he did.
All of this interview.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he did. Because Charlamagne had nothing for him.
Yeah.
He had nothing for him.
Even the I love the way could you congratulate me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying too.
Could you say thank you? You know what I'm saying? Good job or something? So interested.
I mean, at this point, they got the same education, right? Yeah, because I think Charmaine got a GED, right?
Yeah, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
What you eating on?
Say what?
What you snacking on?
Now I'm gonna let my nuts hang. All these roasted cashews.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right.
Like, oh man. Let me see.
My boy.
All right,
Definitely shut them up.
Yeah, he shut him down with that. Let me
I showed up. I showed up. They just let's think like
Oh, this is some part from.
Is on the mic talking about like where's 6ix9ine?
Where's 6ix9ine?
I'll get my back end blood. I show up, you pay me. I waste my time. Now listen to me. You're a grown ass man. These are grown men. Like I'm talking about 30 years old, blood. Y'all know. Oh, marching the streets looking for a kid with rainbow hair that just went home with 20,000 for just coming to a show. Don't even gotta perform.
But you spent a lot of time.
I feel like that part to me is funny. How he keep bringing up the fact that these grown ass men with kids and jobs, they missing work chasing me. That's good shit too. Which this is something I was telling Doug about the other day when we first talked about this. Is I think that to me that's the thing that people missing. I couldn't tell. I wouldn't in confidence and good character tell this little dude 21 years old, hey, you know what I'm saying? I understand that these grown men with kids and jobs act a certain way, but you shouldn't follow in their footsteps. Especially when we think that if you think that these grown men are successful in what they do. You know what I'm saying? So if you got these 30-year-olds with wives and kids and jobs and all this shit, and they successful and they on the internet and they marching in the street after you, I can't tell you not to do what you're doing if you acting the same way that they acting. And your aspirations is to get to where they at.
That's real. That's real. I mean, I just I feel like this is another aspect of genius, right? So what do they say that that the best comics are able to do? The best comics use their real life and they pretty much make fun of themselves, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And they make the joke out of themselves, you know what I'm saying? And it was real genius in that moment to constantly drill in the fact that I am a dude that has rainbow color hair. Yeah. Right. So he's using what he knows people think about, like he's a clown or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or they say whatever they say about him. And he's using that and taking that away from them by even positioning it like that. You know what I'm saying? So they can't use that against him at a later date. So I think it was genius how he's like, man, dude, I'm a dude with color hair, colored teeth, and you got these dudes here coming after me.
Yeah, he got that from what's that?
8 Mile.
8 Mile. He got that from 8 Mile. That's where he got that from. That's why he did that. Say it worked for him. Let me try that jump myself. I mean, it worked.
It's genius.
Made it on there thick for on him. It wasn't ready for all that.
Yeah. Yeah. See. You
got to push forward in it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Look, and you got to go back. You spend a lot of time in Houston.
I spend a lot of money in Houston.
And you do a lot of shows in Houston.
And I do a lot of shows on people.
So now what happens when you got to walk around Houston and you want to, like you said, you got a daughter. You don't want to walk around and walk with your daughter.
Like I said, I walk around. I let my nuts hang, bro. Like I go back to Houston whenever I want. I go back to LA. I can leave this interview right now after this and book a flight to LA.
That would be smart.
What you mean? When I went out to LA, I didn't have no show. I went out there and I was out there, blood. Like I was out there. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't show up to a lot of your shows, though. Why didn't you show up to some of the shows that you had?
Name the shows since you know so much.
I mean, I don't know the names of them.
Alright, so the shows were canceled because the venues were scared.
They were scared that something was gonna happen.
They scared that they was gonna lose their life. You know what I'm saying? That's shit that happened.
You don't think you effing up your money with this tough guy gangster persona?
Nah, I don't know. What you think is a persona?
It is clearly a persona.
So what makes you think it's a persona?
Because you know what persona means?
Yeah.
What does persona mean?
Like an act.
No, that's not what it means. It means that this is your persona. Like you give off, you say you're blood, you say you're a gangster, you say you're tough. That's not that's what you're saying. You're giving off that persona.
So you're saying that I don't live up to it.
I don't know what you live up to. All I'm saying is that eventually it's gonna catch up to you. Are these your OGs? Who's your OGs?
I mean, ask them. They right there.
I mean, I know a couple of them is my people, so I know them. But
so ask them. They right there.
I want to talk to one of your OGs. Do we talk to the CEO of the label? Put Trey on the mic. Trey older. You don't want that mic over there. Yeah, Trey. We've seen this movie before, right? Like, don't you think that he's causing a lot of this on himself? Let's talk to the mic, Trey.
Yo, let's pause it right here.
In a sense, he's on.
Okay.
So I really like this part right here. Okay. First off, this is what I'm saying. To go back to what I said before, like, and it could be because I had such low expectations of this interview because I was ignorant to really a lot about him. I've only seen glimpses and things of this dude in the past. You know what I'm saying? It could just be that. You know what I'm saying? But it was extremely impressive because, again, I have to go back to, you know, they make this look easy. They make this radio thing look easy, but every single one of those dudes up there and Angela Yee, they're very sharp and they're very good at what they do. You know what I'm saying? And to get it to a place to where he has taken control of the conversation so well that now he doesn't even really want to talk to him in his interview. Okay, because if you really pay attention to what he did there, is he stopped trying to answer these irrelevant questions and started asking questions to clarify what are you really getting at, right? Like he couldn't answer. He asked him, okay, you know, he said, you know, is this your persona or whatever? And then he's like, okay, so, and then he gonna try to make him look stupid as far as like, like, do you even know what persona is? You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, act. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know, then he says, nah, that ain't what it means. But in essence, that's exactly what it is.
Exactly. Nigga, you know that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's what, at least that's what you're trying to say. You know
exactly. Exactly. And you could even tell it after you know, after he had asked him that, you know what I'm saying, he didn't have a good response for it because that was exactly what he was implying by saying that. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what I'm saying. Like he went into this interview much more sharp than, you know, I was even remotely thinking he was gonna go in there. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard to be that sharp on the middle, like on your feet in the moment. You know what I'm saying? When you know the entire world is looking at you.
Yeah.
Right. Or at least it feels that way, right? We talking about easily hundreds of thousands, probably like 200,000 people was live when you know, through the radio, mixed with Revolt, mixed with, you know, YouTube if they do it live. It's just crazy. So yeah, man, I you know, I salute him for that, man, because that was crazy to me when I said, dang, well, he got him so speechless that he had to ask where his OGs at. I want to talk to your OGs.
Somebody else come in here.
Yeah, can somebody else make him look stupid? He's not doing a good job of looking stupid on his own.
And he think that his OG is gonna come in and then take Charlemagne's side.
For real. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You know, Charlemagne, right? He's been trying to talk to him. He don't want to listen to us either.
Charlemagne was trying to blame in essence, he was trying to blame it on the OGs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Trying to tell them that they're doing a bad job with him.
Yeah.
And then that's when your boy busts.
No, you know what it's like?
Response.
You know what it's like? It's like when you go, when you look at the news in the evening. I really feel like the news companies go and they say, who is the person that is going to make the ass out of themselves the most? And they try to find that person and put them on TV.
That person right there to go help go viral.
So let me find somebody who's not as well trained and put them on the camera. That's what that movie looked like to me.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, yo, we need to find a person in the neighborhood who's seen what happened, who gonna give us the Charlotte take. What's the girl with the they looking for that well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Hodge, they looking for that person. Who in here gonna give us that? It was smoking, and you know what I'm saying? What's that lady? I can't think of her name. You know what I'm saying? Some Brown.
Lord Jesus is fire.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
What happened?
It's so fire. That lady, remember that? I can't think of her name. Something Brown.
Yeah.
See, they call her outside of some fire, and then like she was doing commercials and everything.
Nobody got time for that.
That's the lady. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah. Yep, that's exactly what was happening. Somebody a little bit not as smart as this dude, come over here and answer some questions.
All right, I'm in press play. Dang, what?
All right, I'm gonna push play. I want to say this though. He caught him too with the where he said, "Yo, you don't think that's messing up your money? You had a bunch of shows get canceled," and then he says, "What shows I got canceled since you know so much?"
Exactly.
Like, well, I mean, I don't know, but you know, I know some of them did. You know what I'm saying? Just like keep putting it. Yep. All right, let's see.
He's expressing himself just like everybody else that gets on the internet. People perceive it to be him. What's the term? Trolling.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
I'm not in his generation. Most of the people in his generation, they do the same thing. This is how the rich kids and all the other young millionaires achieve their goals, right? Tekashi doesn't get on at no time. I can vouch for it. He doesn't get on camera. He doesn't get on internet saying that he's going to kill anybody. He does say he's a blood. He does say he's gangster. He doesn't threaten anybody's life. He doesn't threaten anybody's well-being. That being said, this is America. We have a freedom of speech. So whether he's on the internet saying I'm gangster, come touch me, come change, that's how he feels and what he wants to promote. In essence, that doesn't say that these guys in LA could say, yo, when you come out here, I'm gonna kill you. Or the guys in Texas, yo, nigga, you gotta check in when you come here. You dig what I'm saying? We don't check in nowhere with anybody. Having relationships with somebody is something totally different from checking in. Right now, Junior Prince is he's his father's son.
Exactly. These niggas don't make nothing. Look, and y'all here, you know what I'm saying? Y'all here. This dude never shot nobody, never did nothing, blood. Living off his father's name, blood. I make my own name, you heard?
But don't you think it affects business? Like when the shows start getting canceled and promoters don't want to book them, don't you think that's when it's time to
Nah, it's not that. Only 2 shows got canceled.
Only 2 shows.
And that was at LA. No matter of fact, one.
One in LA and the one in World.
No, that wasn't canceled. That was
one
just
show in
that.
LA.
It was one show in LA.
You from Brooklyn? You
It's not so hard to find me. It's not hard to find me. It's not hard.
I want to say real quick, I seen the video. I was impressed with his OG Treyway who came in there, because I seen another video with him a couple like last week or so where he was on the internet inviting like the Game, Whack 100, and all these other folks to suck his penis. You know what I'm saying? He was on the internet going off on like Instagram Live. So I was expecting him to come in with like this reckless energy, kind of the same way like where I was saying like I expected Tekashi to come in with a different vibe, and he came into the interview on some like, we got freedom of speech. Other folks in his generation, they talk like this as well. They call it trolling. I don't understand it. We need to give them time. You know what I'm saying? With this whole like preacher vibe. And I was like, yo, everybody showed up today. They got a good night's sleep last night. Coffee before we came in. We had some crepes, and we came in ready.
See, the matriculation of the medulla oblongata was vicariously.
Exactly. It don't give these other folks the right to act in a certain way. They don't threaten him online. I can vouch for this. He don't do this. He may promote these different cultures. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he came there with his speech. He's ready. Everybody came in there ready, man. I like that. We gotta move as a unit. We gotta have same matching color shirts and shit. You know?
Right.
They,
I thought I'd come in there and bring nigga cards, but they didn't.
The thing is, and that's what I'm saying. It's another part. The reality is, no matter what, I'll put it this way: as a minority, I don't even really like that word, minority. Okay. As a person of color anywhere in the world, you know what I'm saying? In order to be successful, okay, you have to know how to be a chameleon, right?
Yep.
You got to know how to adapt to your environment. You know what I'm saying? You got to know how to, it's like I say, all successful African American people, or anybody from any race, really, you have to have multiple languages, right? So, like the way I talk to my homeboys is completely different than how I'm talking when I'm doing business. You know what I'm saying? And the mark of someone who's not that intelligent is not being able to change or tweak who they are to be effective in different environments, right? So that's one of the things that impressed me about him, because like I said, if I look at Instagram, all I see is kind of what you was talking about. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, talking reckless and giving off that reckless vibe. And so it was so dope to see how he's actually very meticulous. He's very well thought out about the things that he's doing. You know what I'm saying?
Regardless when to do it, when not to do it.
Say it again.
He knows when to do it, when not to do it.
Exactly. And so, I just think that's smart. You know what I'm saying? And he proved, I think whether he realizes or not, he exponentially probably grew his fan base doing this interview.
Yeah.
Because I never paid attention
to this. Yeah. A lot more people are going to listen to his music.
Absolutely.
Even if they're not fans, a lot more people are going to check for him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I feel like there's a lot of folks who definitely after this was like, man, hold on. Let me just hear what he's talking about. Maybe he's saying something halfway smart.
I'll say this. It's not even really him being halfway smart. It's just for me. I say that for me.
The music.
That's what. Well, I'll say this. For me, I seen was I seen part of his video before, and all I seen was I seen this crazy hair, these teeth, these tattoos, and I didn't even give him a chance. Like, you know what I'm saying? In this interview, like him talking and sitting down, like, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't all drugged out or anything like that, which I just assumed that a kid like that who looked like that would be.
Yeah.
And it was like, it was definitely, like, you know what I'm saying? So it made me more interested in what he had to say, like in his music. I don't think I would necessarily be a fan, but I'll listen to it because I know it's just more than his looks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you know what? I heard there's a guy who's a big time sales trainer, Grant Cardone. He said, I heard him say before, like, to make half the people in the world hate you, you can become the president of the United States. think we got somebody who has proven that. Okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so to this guy's to Tekashi 6ix9ine's, point, I think that's why he was so confident that this would be the number one, their number one show, because ain't nobody else been up there that has been hated as much as he is by so many different people that came in with that type of energy. The only other person who possibly could have pulled it off was 50 Cent. But by the time 50 Cent came on the show, I don't actually remember if he actually went on the Breakfast Club, but by the time the Breakfast Club came about, 50 was already super big. He was past creating beef with everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nobody else that has come up there has done that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Doug, man, you're doing a great job of being silent.
Now listen, is 50 past all that beef and stuff? Every time you look up, he in another beef.
But I think his beefs are at this point a little bit different.
You know who I would say? Kanye West would probably be the best one because people are 50-50 with him too. Some people hate him, some people don't. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think he would be in the same boat.
You know what? That you said Kanye West. I think the funny thing about Kanye West is that a lot of folks felt a certain type of way about him, right? But he struggles to articulate himself in his thoughts, like even the way that this dude does. You know what I'm saying? So Kanye will come up there and he'll when he was going on his press run to get the Yeezys and Adidas and Nike was holding him up and all of these things, and he was trying to talk to people and he was on tour. Like he walked out of a lot of them interviews because he came to the Breakfast Club and they just kind of had like a stalemate. You know what I'm saying? Like he just isn't able to like in that moment, like how you was talking about earlier about how they make it look easy and how he like is sliding through that thing like this is butter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I feel like Kanye went up there with like, oh, I'm gonna try to get them like that, and they kind of had Kanye on the ropes.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Kanye is the epitome of that, like where folks hate him and they love him, and then like. Except for he got a few stragglers in between who can't decide, you know what I'm saying, who waver. But when you waver, you going way over here, you way over here. You know what I mean? Like,
but see, I guess I see what y'all saying to a degree, but I still don't think it's a fair comparison.
Yeah.
Because to the point that 6ix9ine was saying throughout his whole interview, name one person that's co-signed.
Fact.
I can name plenty of people who have co-signed
Kanye. Yep.
Kanye, although there are also a lot of people who hate Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
I think what makes this guy's situation a little bit unique is that he's telling the absolute truth. I haven't heard anybody say, bro, you got to rock with this. But every time I even, something comes across my timeline, he got his fans going crazy. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I will say? Who co-signed him? What's his name? DJ Academics.
DJ Academic. But that's also another person that's hated a lot too.
Yeah, but these also people.
He's a DJ. He's not like a rapper. See, with a Kanye,
he ain't no DJ
signing off on
it. The Academic dude, that's just his name. He not a real DJ though. But I guess I brought him up to say, like, I feel like people a lot of times don't give his voice enough credit for how powerful it is in that demographic.
Who, DJ Academic?
Yeah.
No, I can see that.
Like a lot of
I heard him stand up for a lot of quote unquote
these newer rappers.
Rap.
Mm-hmm.
You said quote unquote rappers.
Say what?
You said these quote unquote rappers.
No, I said these quote unquote mumble rappers.
Oh, mumble rapper. Okay.
I'm saying like a DJ Academic.
You see how you You see how Doug trying to get influenced by Charlamagne, trying to get me caught up.
Right. I had to know. I was like, whoa,
If
shade.
it wasn't for AB inviting you on here, I wouldn't even know who you are.
Right.
Bro, what you got on here? Oh, you look stupid right now, Doug. Let me help you out, bro. Take that off your face, man.
Hey man, if you change your shirt.
Hey, what?
Huh?
What'd you say?
What you say?
What you say?
I said if you change your shirt.
My shirt was wrong. My shirt. Huh?
Yeah. Got a workout shirt on. Ain't doing nothing.
It's a pullover, blood.
Okay, look like a workout. Pullover.
Come on, blood. I let my nuts hang, blood.
Yeah, man. About that.
I let my nuts hang, B. I come to their city, man. I let my nuts hang. That's some shit. I'll get that tattooed on me, bro. Right on my abdomen. I let my nuts hang.
No, you know the interesting thing hearing you say that though. Like,
you thought about getting a tattoo like that?
No.
Okay.
But gang culture really ain't nothing to be playing with though. That shit is real serious. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I mean, hey, if anybody
it's real stupid too.
So what?
It's real stupid too. It's serious and it's stupid at the same time.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would even be cautious about saying that, because the thing is like
saying that I let my nuts hang.
No. What he's saying as far as it is real stupid.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Yeah, no, it is.
But I'm just saying I would be cautious about it, because the thing is like, if you ain't grow up in that situation where that's your reality, you know what I'm saying? You talking about stuff you don't understand. That's like
I get it.
That's like when I was playing football, you know what I'm saying? And you hear some of the stupid stuff that people in the stands say, that ain't never lifted a single weight, that ain't never done sports. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't understand. You don't understand the culture. You don't understand why somebody might even make that kind of decision. You know what I'm saying?
I'll say this: there's enough gangsters out there that'll tell you the same thing, that stuff is stupid. So I'm not even cautious about saying it. It's like NFL players who I would never want my kids to play football. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or boxers who be like, no, I don't want my kids to box. Like, you know what I'm saying? You get a lot of gangsters who are in the game now who be like, nah, this is stupid. I wish I was never a part of this. So I'm not even cautious.
But you know what?
No, it's stupid.
I guess for me, it's like while I kind of hear where you're coming from, the thing is like, that's still a different situation if you're talking to somebody who's lived that. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to, I hear people say stuff like that ain't never experienced that. That's like saying, it's stupid that somebody might rob somebody, right? If you ain't never been in a situation where you felt like that's your only option, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You might think that's stupid. You know what I'm saying? And the only reason why I even brought that up though is because, he keeps saying it made me think about it when Alan was kept saying blood, and I'm like, the thing is with this dude Tekashi, whether you believe him or not, he's dealing with a really serious situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's real serious. You know what I mean? And so, like I said, man, that's why I feel like we got to be seeking understanding with this. You know what I'm saying? Seeking understanding why he feels the way he feel. You know what I'm saying? And so forth.
Yeah, and I totally get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And before I said that, I understood that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I understand that could be the you know what I'm saying? Oh goodness, we got another one on. I understood that could be the you know what I'm saying? Like, some people don't have the luxury to walk away, but even in that, they know it's still stupid. I had some situations that it came around where I was about to do something I felt was stupid. Right? but thank God I didn't go through them. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not right, but it's still stupid. Even the whole how it got to like gang culture, even how it got to where it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was stupid. Even people, there's gangsters that'll tell you that's their whole lifestyle, whatever is stupid, but they have to do it. Like I totally get it.
But that what you just said is that's what his point is. The
Yeah,
whole thing is stupid, but they have to do it.
yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like
Going,
I get it before I said it. Like, you
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
And that's the shit when you think about like joining the military, going overseas into war. Like that shit could, if your primary purpose is to live, going into a war zone is not a great idea, but it's kind of necessary. Somebody got to do it. You know what I'm saying? The gang culture thing, like in certain neighborhoods and certain parts of time, like that shit was it was necessary. That's something I listened to an interview the other day with this dude who he was kind of caught up in this whole beef too. His he from LA, gang dude named I can't Slim 400 or something like that. And he was talking, and they were talking about the difference between like gang culture in New York and gang culture in like in Los Angeles and the West Coast. Is there's so much lineage to it in the West Coast where like you might be in the gang, your dad was probably in the gang, your granddad, his uncle, his brothers, you know what I'm saying? Your uncle, it's so much family where they were talking about in New York, which is so like, which is also why like people kind of question some things with this dude, Tekashi, is like it's almost first generation for some folks, you know what I'm saying? Like this everybody first time doing it, you know what I mean? And so so when you start looking at certain different places where it's been passed down from person to person, where these whole neighborhoods identify with certain things, you know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of a big deal. I watched the other interview with the dude Wood Harris. He's an actor, you know what I'm saying? He was in Paid in Full, all of that, and he's from Chicago, right? And he talked about in Chicago, he wasn't in any gangs. He was far away from that stuff. He like lived in neighborhoods and stuff like that, but he wasn't claiming nothing. Then when he moved to other places, like there was a part of him that felt like he could be anything. You know what I'm saying? Like he could halfway rep the little neighborhood he came from. You know what I'm saying? When he was in New York, he could do this. And then, but it was kind of like he talked about like in New York how you could just walk around, and this was like the 80s or whatever, where nobody was in anything. It wasn't nobody who was like Bloods. There wasn't no Crips. There wasn't none of this. You know what I'm saying? Like he was like, "What you mean? Like I could just walk around here and I don't have to be nothing. Like nobody gotta, you know what I mean? Know where my grandma would stay or none of that shit. You know what I mean? So." And I feel like we keep saying this whole time, like that whole culture is so foreign. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. But this boy Bass jumped in, man, and I probably made a mistake inviting him. You know what I'm saying? he been trying to get on for like 6 years. You know what I'm saying? He
got a link. You guys got a link.
Huh?
You get this guy a link.
I sent it to him on accident. He muted though, so he can't talk. He just could be there and look weird.
You gotta use that mute, homie. I got caught up with that a couple times. Bass, you trying to say something?
Hey, man. Keep it trigger for. He gonna come on. Let's play some more of this.
All right, let's get a little bit more.
Yo, boy, it's not hard to find me.
Don't call me a boy, please.
It's not hard to find me. It's not hard to find me at all.
Can I ask a question?
If someone wanted to find me, they would have been found me.
Give it some time.
Nah, bro. Like I feel like you
even if
you're gonna be waiting a long time, bro. Boom. When I started making music and I heard that you are cool with Scum Gang from Flatbush, academics said that you was cool with.
No, actually, no. You know what happened? They called me one night.
I don't want to give say no names, but you know, they it's some group that ran with.
Yeah, they called me one night and they was like, "Yo, I got all this information on 6ix9ine." I said, "I don't care."
You work with them.
No, I
but
don't.
Anyway, listen. So there's this dude right from Flatbush, right? I used to run with them, but nobody could say who I'm crip under. Like who was I crip under? Like, you know what I'm saying? Or everybody's gonna post your pictures of this, and that. Who was I crip under? I live on 18 Locust, bro. You know when I say, yo, 6ix9ine this and 6ix9ine that, niggas on my dick and on my yak. Niggas looking for me, you can hit my jack. I done drop my address. You know what 6ix9ine at? I really drop my address. That's why I said it's really not hard to find me, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm always outside. And the hood I live in is Crips and Bloods. So if I'm with Crips and I'm with Bloods, yo, I didn't come home to this year. Like, you know what I'm saying? So if people's like, yo, you running with Crips, I'm running with Crips. If you people say you running with Bloods, I'm running with Bloods, or I'm running with both, I'm running with both. Like, they both my homies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, was I ever flagged up with the blue?
Was I ever jacking, yo, oh, I'm G-Stone, or I'm GS9, or I'm, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, yo, these my homies. I done been in your homies' videos. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know these
niggas. They your homies. Now you don't know. Now you don't want to get caught up in it.
I don't know no stuff.
The bandana was for nothing. It was just
yeah, like I had the bandana, you know what I'm saying? But when they post pictures, like, who am I under? Like, name, call me, but who was I under? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these niggas always jacking, he's this, he's that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So pull up on me. Like, I haven't met when one Brave Soda came up to me and was like, yo, you fool, you a fake ass gangster, you a rapist, you a this, that, and the third. Nobody got the balls to come up to me and do that, bro. Like, nobody got
pause it right there.
All the internet and it's all this and
no,
all that.
By the way, the niggas they did call my.
All right, so I have to admit, if you know, and just being an honest critic, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm not a critic, man. I'm not a critic, but how, you know, my honest opinion about that part was that was probably the only part in the entire interview where I felt like he stumbled a little.
Yeah.
Okay. Because you know, like I said, I don't know much about the culture, but what I can say is I don't think I've ever seen others that are a part of that culture like coming across like they're repping another gang. You know what I'm saying? I've just never seen it. Maybe it happens. I don't know, but I felt like this was the single only place where I felt like he was struggling to make sense of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's my only thing about that.
I feel you. As he's trying to come up with, like, yo, I was wearing the colors, but I wasn't claiming it. But then, like, as far as I know, like, you don't even wear the colors. Like, folks don't even say the B. You know what I'm saying? They don't say this. They don't even say it. You know what I mean? Like, you just wouldn't get caught in it, is my understanding.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think that come back to, like, in New York, shit being just a little bit newer, where like if you in a fraternity, you know what I'm saying? Like, you might get caught wearing some purple and gold at some point, and then you might mess around and then decide you're gonna be a Sigma. And then so you had that picture with that purple and gold on at the Q party, but like it didn't work out. Huh?
That's different. That I think what would be more comparable is like if I had a brand of a you know, a Q on me, or if I had like a you know a actual you know Q shirt on, you know what I'm saying, like actual paraphernalia. Like his issue was that, from what I saw, his main issue was that he had the actual flag. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And
it was like he was online with the Qs and then dropped. He was online with the Crips and then dropped and joined the Bloods type of thing.
Yeah, I think that. But again, I'm talking from now. I don't even know. I haven't even seen the picture, but I'm just saying based on how it sounded on you know, in the interview, it sounded like the problem was that he was repping that flag.
I thought he was a Blood already, and he was throwing up the other stuff. So I thought it was more so he had crossed over to this organization, but was had this was repping this organization or whatever. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I don't know because I haven't seen the video or the picture or whatever they talking about. I'm just saying based on what it sounded like, it just kind of
Bash, you got
sounded
a
like
full
he was
beard?
out of
Yeah, bro.
out of bounds.
Look at my boy. My boy, fine and glue one. Look at that. Let somebody put some glue and paste some pubic hairs on your face.
No, man. You know that's what we did to Alan's chin.
Chill, bro. This ain't that kind of party, blood. Chill, blood. You don't know my Jack.
We're gonna have a live beef on here.
You know what I'm saying? Let me see. All right, hold on. I'm about to pull this up. I think this is the picture that they put up. That's him right there.
Let's see.
I hold it. I can't see it. Let me see. Oh. Yeah, he was doing a lot just then, man.
Yeah. The hair, the you know what I mean? I will say it do kind of look Photoshop because that shit do look a little purple.
Yeah. I mean, if that's true, that look a little out of bounds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right, here we go.
But a little that I do know about, gang culture, that definitely looks kind of out of pocket.
That's him right there too.
His whole bed like that though. Whole bed. Yeah, I see how people
could be confused a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, if that's real, you know what I'm saying? It could, there's some people out here that's wrong with the Photoshop.
Yeah.
But if it's real,
I'm pretty sure. I don't think he denied none of that.
No, it didn't sound like he did. It just
yeah.
That's why I said I feel like this is the part of the interview where they kind of caught him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they got him off kilter a little bit. Hold on, let's see what we get. What's that guy here?
Phone one night and I said, I don't care. And I actually gave them Academics number. I said, I'm too old for this shit. Call Academics.
Nah. Academics said you called him personally.
Academics is a lying ass nigga.
Academics gonna get you hurt. Answering to your question, right? It's not. I was never that in turning blood. If people, it's just all media. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was never under nobody. I was never. Those all my homies. I'm right on Locust, Bushwick, borderline Bed-Stuy. Right on Myrtle Avenue, right there. That's my hood. Sumner 900. All of them wrap them up. All of them.
Can you go from wearing blue and then switch over to red?
I mean, I don't think you could do it if you actually a Crip member. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I was never Crip. You know what I'm saying? I was never Crip.
So, like you said earlier, you said
like your homies. They
stop saying that to me. I don't know them niggas. I don't know them at all. I wouldn't know them if they walked in the studio.
You know them niggas.
No, I don't.
If I was actually down with his homies, nah, I wouldn't be able. But I was never down with nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Now let me ask you.
I could walk around with a lime green flag and be like, "Oh, I'm Pater. I'm not Pater." I could walk around with a Land King flag and I'm like,
but isn't that faking though? Isn't that false flagging?
Yeah, but I was never jacking it, blood. Like I was never like, yo, I'm G-Stone, like I'm, you know what I'm saying? Half of the people that was in these came from LA. None of
flagging.
And it was in the who's the nigga that came at me?
Who? Game?
Nah, the other dude, the dude that was top mad long ago that came out.
Why'd he get at you too?
Yeah, I think he left the comment under game.
Why you say he hot mad long ago?
And he came out with the Two Damn Buddha song, like
that was 2 hours ago.
YG got some good. We like YG. He's got some good albums. But you have to admit that
this is my 20th year in radio.
They he getting under his skin with that your homeboys thing.
Yeah, he did not like that.
Like you
Yeah, you know your boys. If I was with your people,
Stop calling mine. I mean,
they're not my people. I don't know.
Them your boys. Them yours.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, they have a few hot records. They have a hot year.
No, you had people come up here. You had people come up here.
A couple.
One. You're talking about one hit wonders. You know why I like people like him? Because remember when Gummo came out, everybody was like, one hit wonder. It's just the beat. He stole the beat from PA. He stole this. He stole that. He stole this.
Oh shoot.
Came out.
I gotta go.
All right, we about to wrap it up.
What are you gonna say? And Billy came out. And Rondo came out. I strive for it. There's nothing you could tell me.
Listen, I hope you have a long career, but let's see if you're around next year. And I mean that as an artist and as a human being.
What happened in LA with the LA fight? What was that about? And why did you jump in?
Oh, them my guys.
They was from
your guy. Now Coelho was my guy. So I don't know about no scum gang people, but Coelho was my guy.
Who the dude that got his face torn up?
I don't know.
You saw the butterfly stitches he had that it was like torn, like it was like 3 inches. I think I got the picture.
Now, from my understanding, was that over?
Your man? The butterfly stitches?
I don't know about the
dude. Not your man?
No, listen to me. When you reported the story, you like a Coelho, and I was like, oh, I know that dude.
Is he your man or not?
It's a bunch of them. I don't know who exactly was there.
Yeah, once I mentioned butterfly stitches. Nah, I don't know which one, but do you know? Which one your man?
I don't know who got cut.
Oh, all right.
What happened?
You see how I get under his skin?
You know.
Hey, hold on. I'm gonna stop it after this, and we can wrap it up.
I'm under his skin. But you see, like, I probably rub off wrong to you, him, right? A lot of people. But at the end of the day, it's my job to get people's skin.
Well,
listen, you're not under my skin, but I just be concerned because you're a young man, you're making money. People like your music. I don't understand why you have to do all of the other antics.
I don't do it, but I address situations. Like, name one situation I started.
I don't know, but it seems like
name one situation.
The Houston situation. I feel like you escalated.
How did I start?
You escalated because if it wasn't.
I didn't ask that. That wasn't my question. My question say name a situation I started.
I don't know if he started it.
All right, that's all.
Tell somebody.
That right there. That's when you know what I'm saying. He's back in control for sure.
Genius. Yeah, that was genius, bro. Because he definitely you know, took control again. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it was it wasn't a deflection though. You know what I'm saying? It really wasn't a deflection. It's a God honest. I think that was a straight up question. You know what I'm saying? An important question, like if you know if he's making him out to be a certain kind of way, like he's the one causing all of this, then the only way you can cause something is if you start it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And actually, when he said that, I was thinking to myself, I was like, man, you know, if he isn't really starting anything, then actually he is defending himself. You know what I mean? And the thing is why are you going to tell me not to defend myself? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's in essence what it sounds like they're trying to tell him to do. Don't defend yourself. You know, you're escalating things. Why am I the one to blame? And you know, it's y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I feel like you telling him to bow down.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, they started it, but you should have took the knee. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to. You escalated it by not taking the knee. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Why isn't his thing to be like these other people should not have been starting things with you? It should just let you live. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like it just doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That to me is like what makes this whole thing interesting is because this whole thing is he's trying to like blame him for something. Like you did it's wrong. You should have did this. You should have went on stage. You shouldn't have told people to do this when there's a whole nother side to this whole thing. There's a whole like different set of people who like who they're not addressing. You know what I mean? Like the folks in Houston. Like somebody should say like those folks in Houston probably shouldn't have showed up at your concert. And did you like, you know what I mean? Like nobody said that throughout this whole thing. Nobody was like, they agreed that he shouldn't have showed up, but nobody said, man, they probably shouldn't have done that to you. You know what I'm saying?
They said he should have checked in, and maybe that could be actually true. But at the end of the day, the thing is I think as a man, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Uh, you know, I don't think it's a smart idea to go through life always folding your hand, allowing people to just do whatever they're gonna do to you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so that's why, you know, they was kind of missing me with that. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say they probably would have been better off sticking to asking genuine questions, because it sounds like when you pay attention to the questions, a lot of the questions that have been asked, they have been asked from a pointed direction. They were trying to point him into going in a certain corner. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Which is why I said that was such a genius thing, because, you know, if that's the case, that kind of makes everything, you know, if he has not started everything, then it kind of nulls out everything that all the quote unquote advice that you're trying to give. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so that's what I'm saying. Like when I say quote unquote, because my thing is that, like I said, I don't know if the advice that they're giving is really from a sincere, I want to help you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or if it's really from, you know, I don't like you and I really want to see you go away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And it's like I'm trying to sun you right now on some shit that you should know already.
Pretty much.
Yep. What's up, Demetrius, man? You ain't got no final thoughts?
Honestly, bro, I don't even know who that is. I'm gonna be like, damn, who is that?
I feel y'all. That's young Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why, because he said it like I was supposed to know who that name was supposed to be.
You know who Charlemagne is, right?
What's that?
You know who Charlemagne is? Breakfast Club.
Yeah, I know who Charlemagne is.
All right, straight up.
Did you see Bass what he posted the other day? That jump was too funny. He said something like, and people keep asking me, am I left wing or am I part of the right wing? He was like, man, I don't know, man. I just like sandwiches.
Hey, that's deep. That's
I was like, what?
That's deep.
Oh man, that's the direction I thought you was about.
Yeah. Oh man, but shoot, man, we've been on here for a minute, man. Let's go. We're going to shut this boy down.
Yeah, we'll go ahead. Like I said, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I really enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? Because it ended up being much more of it exceeded my expectations. Because, like I said, I got a tremendous amount of respect for the Breakfast Club, man, because you know they on top of the game. I know that they're great at interviewing. I know that Charlemagne is great. I know he is great, and I know that Envy is great. They complement each other so well from the different perspectives, and that's what I'm saying. Like, because of how great they are at it, I think that shows greatness in this guy. You know what I'm saying? And Tekashi 6ix9ine, that he was able to walk in that environment and pretty much just hold his own by himself. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Salute. That's all I can say.
I think I'll say that I agree with you. I think that what I took away is the same thing as I feel like they underestimated him just as much as everybody else did. When you think about this, a kid, 21 years old, just got his GED. You like crazy rainbow hair, rainbow teeth, tattoos all in his face, and I feel like there's like a little bit of like if he would have been able to just answer questions, you know what I'm saying? Like I would have been like, man, like he did a good job just to be able to sit in there and do that. But I think that he like maneuvered in that room so well, like it even not just that he exceeded expectations for himself, he handled that interview better than like I feel like most people do. You know what I'm saying?
Hands down.
And and I will give him credit. And this is the thing that like even in my channel I talk about this type of thing all the time is like there's like I've like I work with like youth all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my thing. That's what I've been doing for the past couple of years. And I see kids all the time who have like these different circumstances that they've come from. You know what I'm saying? Or him, he talks about dropping out of middle school after his dad passed away. You know what I'm saying? Or going to orientation in high school, then dropping out. You know what I'm saying? He got a charge, a like a rape charge. What is it? You know what I'm saying? When he was at 18 years old, he got face tattoos. He got all of these things going against him. He in gang culture, all of this stuff. And like at the end of the day, he's 21 years old and by most people's account is successful. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down, if you're just looking at success as a monetary thing, like he has done that. You know what I mean? Or you think about like 3 years ago, he was facing charges, 15 years for like a sex offender charges, and then now today he's 21 years old and sitting on the Breakfast Club shutting down Charlemagne. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, that just show you that life, your life, anybody's life, it ain't over if you're willing to fight for it, if you're willing to work a little bit harder than everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like he talked about in there too, him and his beef with another rapper, Trippie Redd, of like the label didn't want to mess with me, but I was just working harder than everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just one of the like underlying themes of like all of the content and shit that I talk about on this channel. And I felt like was there. And I feel like that's a part that you could miss is that you got this kid who's been through a ton of shit. And when we start talking earlier about folks who like have to join a gang, you know what I'm saying? Like if you are, if your family, you know what I'm saying? If your dad dies at a certain age and you need some big homies, you know what I'm saying? You might have to join the gang to accomplish that.
Oh, did I mess that up?
Nah, you did it great. It's all good.
Oh my bad.
But you know what I'm saying? Like to me, that's big, and that's what I took from it, man. It's just that, like, if he had if he have all this shit that he can do, flip it around in 3 years and be where he at today, like, there's no reason that any of us or anybody else who could listen to this not to feel like they can't accomplish anything that they want to accomplish. You know what I'm saying? And I heard him in multiple other like situations said express that same sentiment of like a couple years ago when he talked about his teacher, like and how they felt about him, and then now today he doing this. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's deep, man.
No, that's real. Real.
You got anything, Bash? Or you good?
I'm good, bro.
All right. Hey, but I appreciate y'all jumping on here, man. I know we was on here for a long time, man. We gotta do this again. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, and let me get a real quick promo. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. It's your boy again, Rodney Hughes, Mr. 100%. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, I got a book out. You can pick it up for free. You know what I'm saying? Go to theuglytruthbook.com, www.theuglytruthbook.com. I'm gonna be sharing some things with you that can help you get a great job. Okay. And again, that's www.theuglytruthbook.com. Thank you so much for allowing me on here. And this was a good conversation. Enjoyed it.
Straight up, man. Next time we got to get you to do that at the beginning. You know what I'm saying?
It's all good.
Because everybody going to see the beginning. But the truth of the matter is, if folks sticking around here to this part, them the real folks who going to go out and put that action down because they about the culture. You feel me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but like I said, man, we got to do this again. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we can get a topic that Bash familiar with, or he can share some of his his insight on, you know what I'm saying? Because he got a unique perspective and opinion. You know what I mean?
You just like sandwiches, so let's
yeah.
do one about sandwiches.
Yep. Yep. All right, y'all. Appreciate it. It's your main man, AB the Hero. I'm out. Peace.